Good Wednesday morning. I am meteorologist Tom Sorrells. This is the Florida Weather Authority Wednesday update. Scorching heat with storms returning in the afternoon. If you've been paying attention, I don't have to tell you, the heat has been wicked. It's been crazy all across Central Florida and all across the Southeast, really. It's kind of the new normal. Afraid we're going to have to get used to this kind of stuff. But the weather, which is normal Florida heat, has been nasty Florida heat for a while now. We have another heat advisory in effect today. Heat index numbers between 108 to 112 in spots. It's going to be rocking between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. The only relief we have for you is a possible thunderstorm in the afternoon. As rain chances are above 50%, close to 70% by about 7 o'clock tonight. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The heat is on in Gainesville. Hot Gators again this week. By 1 p.m. this afternoon, 92. The 2 o'clock temperature, 95. And look at that 3 p.m. temperature, would you? The temperature reading in Gainesville is going to be 97 with a heat index way past 110, possibly 112. It's going to be swampy in the swamp. It's hot, hot, hot. And where can you go for relief? Maybe the beach? You know, not really. The hour-by-hour forecast for Cocoa Beach today, by 11 a.m., 89. By noon, 90. The high today, about 92. But the heat index numbers along the coast are still going to be super hot. Wild heat index numbers today. Some of you could get as hot as a real feel of 112. I'm calling for the heat index in Sanford to be 108. 108 in Melbourne and 107 in Orlando. No getting around it. It's just hot. The heat index numbers are wicked. It's tough outside. Real quick now, let's take a look at what's happening on the satellite imagery. This is the Gulf of Mexico. You see, not a lot of relief building out there for us right now. The big news is no tropical cyclone activity for at least 7 days. Normally this time of year, this is a time when we light those tropics right up. Really, we throw a switch August 1st and then really crank it up by mid-August. And here it is today. Mickey Mouse says it's the 19th. And the tropics are, I wouldn't say silent, but pretty doggone quiet. Yeah, it's weird. Last week we commemorated the 22nd anniversary of Charlie. Look at that. Gulf is quiet. Caribbean is quiet. Almost the entire Atlantic basin quiet. Why is it so quiet? You know why. It's because of El Nino. A little burst of dry air wrapping around all the moisture right there along the area around Fort Myers. Some of that dry air extending up into Central Florida, but it's being saturated by the moisture we have. You look outside my house right now, cloud cover is pretty thick and building. And so by the afternoon, we're talking about scattered showers. Here's the driving force to the end or the slow hurricane season. Is not really the end of the season, but the thing that's put the kibosh on the development. El Nino. I mean, that's a record El Nino. Look at all this warm water here around the equatorial Pacific. We're going to talk more about the El Nino, what it's done to us as time goes on, but it's just crazy how hot the Pacific is, a good 4 degrees above normal, and it's really changed everything. Our bullseye of warm water in the Gulf is back. Look at that hot water right there. Inside the Caribbean, a large part of the Atlantic is okay. It's warm enough to produce hurricane activity, but close to home, the home cooking from the Caribbean all the way to the Gulf, wowza. That's some hot stuff. Hot. How hot are we talking? Look at that reading up there in Tampa. 87.6. That means the water temperature is almost 88 degrees. If that were your house, you'd have that AC running full time, trying to cool it down. That's the ocean water. The water is 87 degrees. The atmosphere is about 97. So hot along the coast. You see a little bit of activity here in the latest satellite imagery south of Panama City, south of the Big Bend. Get way out to the Gulf, you get some action. But overall, we're talking about a 60% shot of rain this afternoon. Our convective risk is only general, so we're not looking for anything severe. Although any storm that rocks this time of year could go severe with very little warning. I'm not expecting it to be a super wicked kind of wild day. This is what radar should look like by 7 o'clock this evening. Here's the loop of what's going to happen. Little sea breeze action trying to build in, but it gets pinned over to the east. So if you're watching from, say, Lakeland, the Villages, Ocala. I don't think this is your day to get a big storm. I think much of the big rain is going to be from Orlando down to the south and back out into Brevard County and wash its way back toward the coast. So the big story will remain just how stinking hot it is and how hot it's going to be today and tomorrow. We don't get back to normal heat for a while. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook calls for Texas to be the bullseye next week and for us to get a little bit back, closer to normal with our heat as time wears on. Real quick now, let's do the 7-day forecast. I can't say it enough. The heat is the story. At least 95 today, if not 97. If we get a shower, if we get some of that rain developing, we might knock out a little bit of the heat. So I'm going 95 for my daytime high today. Same on Thursday. By Saturday, the high is 92. Sunday, 90. So by Saturday and Sunday, with enhanced rain chances, maybe then we'll get back to normal readings in Central Florida, but not until then. Today and tomorrow, and even into Friday, the nasty, crazy heat keeps on coming. You try to find a way to stay cool. We'll keep you posted on all the developments here on the Florida Weather Authority. We are Amy Sweezy, Tom Sorrells, and Dr. Rob Eicher, 3 CBM NWA certified meteorologists forecasting for all of Florida, right here on the Florida Weather Authority. Peace.